Hello again, LinkedIn friends and colleagues. It's good to see you. Joe Leonhardt here. I wanted to check back in. As promised a week or so ago, I want to continue to produce short little videos on leadership topics. And sometimes those leadership topics don't just have to be for leaders. They can be for really all of us. And today, that may be the case. Before I get into that really quick, a little shameless plug. This morning on LinkedIn, I did a post and it was a poll. And basically what I'm looking for is I'm considering starting a little podcast or an internet radio show with sort of a fun leadership format to include guests and other, sort of radio techniques that I could use to make this value added and fun. And something that really you guys would want to listen to. And so there are 4 choices there of just formats that you might want to hear about or have guests come in and talk with us about. And so if you could vote in that poll, that would be fantastic. Just doing a little due diligence right now on a couple of ideas moving forward. You see, so many of you have known me for a long time, and many of you, because of my career with Advanced 360 Education, have just connected with me or have just met me more recently. I've always been a student of leadership. I've always been passionate about it. Not going to say I'm the greatest leader in the world, but I know this. I sure do try, and I sure do try to learn as much as I can about the topic along the way. And there's been some great mentors, some great authors that have helped me along the way. One of the other things about me you need to know is that I teach a leadership class for an online university, and usually have 30 or 40 students. It's an entry-level business class, and I'm just having a great time doing it because you get a lot of really inquisitive, growing leaders and students who, have great questions. And I have a chance to influence and encourage them or just ask questions and get them thinking critically or get them to self-evaluate where they are currently on that spectrum, if you will. And so with that said, I talk about a number of topics in that class all the time. And one of them is mindset, which is important for all employees, not just leaders, right? But the other one is the concept of what I call rippling. And so even though I've talked about it on LinkedIn so many times, when you combine those 2 concepts together, boy, you can be a powerhouse in the workplace, can't you? Well, let's talk about what I mean. First of all, mindset is critical in that no matter what you do, sports or business or education, you have to go in with the right mindset, right? Case in point, I started a new position with A360 Education late last year. And we are a marketing company. We serve colleges and universities around the country. Right up my alley. Really enjoy it. We have great people. It's amazing. But I felt as though I owed them something because they gave me an opportunity when I needed one. And I know you understand that. And so my mindset is you've got to be a good producer. You've got to make sure that you do everything you're asked to do and then some, that you can be trusted and relied upon. All of those things. That's my mindset right away. But then when you add this rippling concept to it, this is where, especially for those of you who are leaders trying to make the climb, you can really do something special in a company. The concept of rippling, what is it? Well, if we were to walk out to a lake right now and the water were still, and we threw a rock into that lake, what would happen? The water ripples would just kind of lap back at you, wouldn't they? And it's sort of, I take that concept and I use it in business this way. And I've talked to employees about this for years and years, especially in higher ed when I was running admissions. If you are someone who comes on board with us and decides you want to sit in the cube, you want to do your work, you want to be left alone, you want to produce at a high level, punch the clock at 5 o'clock, well, I guess you can do that. That's your prerogative. That's your right. And you might just be someone who gets decent reviews and you're an average employee. There's lots of those in the world. Or with your mindset, you might choose to be an overachiever, right? And so you want to produce at a really, really high level. And then now enter this rippling concept. You say to yourself, I want to be the kind of person that gets involved in team meetings. I want to get out of the cube and I want to be part of projects, right? I want to be trusted to take on projects. I want to create solutions to our problems that are going to help to make us better. And then when we do it, I want to shout from the rooftops, right? I want to produce at a level that everyone is going to notice, that's going to make a difference for this company, that may even change our company. I have that mindset where I work, right? And so if you adopt the right mindset and a rippling mentality, now what we can do is we can make ripples across the company. Accounting's going to know about it. HR's going to know about it. Executive leadership's going to hear about it. This has got to be great for your career, right? You don't go into it selfishly. No, you go into it with the right motives and the right purpose, and great things will follow you. So mindset and rippling, two great leadership concepts to consider for today. So until next time, keep on making ripples, and I'll talk to you next week.